Armor coatings. You either love them or you hate them, but today we're not talking about the coating system itself, rather just all the coatings we know existed that did not release during Season 2 of Halo Infinite. I won't be talking about any of the coatings that have leaked for Season 3, granted 2 of these I do believe will release during that upcoming season. Anyway, there's quite a few to take a look at, so without wasting any more of your time, let's jump straight in. Now, last time I did a coatings leak video, it did prove to be relatively popular, and although most of those coatings in that video did release over that season, there's still a few that didn't. First of all, I'm going to talk about the 2 unreleased coatings for the Eagle Strike core, starting with the Nevergreen oil coating. Overall, it's nothing too complex, it's a decent coating for that core, and it does fit the theme. Honestly, I have no idea what happened to this one. I've heard that the vast majority of unreleased cosmetics will release eventually, but as to when, I really could not tell you. The next coating for Eagle Strike is the Sherman Oaks, which again isn't a super complex one, it's fine enough, I have nothing against it, and I imagine a lot of people will probably like this one too. Again, it fits the theming of the core, and it's a fine enough coating that just didn't release. That's it for Eagle Strike, so let's move on to the Mark 5B. Now there's only one here, and that's the Sandgrass Fields coating, which is the default coating for Eagle Strike and Rickshaw. I find this to be an interesting one. Now technically this is also supposed to be on the Mark 7 and Yoroi, but I'm only going to speak about it for the Mark 5B because I don't need to bring this coating up for every other core. I'm really shocked they didn't make this one cross-core when they made the Cadet coatings cross-core, as it is the default coating on 2 of the other cores, so it seemed like it would have made sense. I do think it will be cross-core in future, and you likely won't have to pay for it, it will just be given to you for every core, since everyone owns Eagle Strike and Rickshaw. And honestly, it'd be pretty cool to see this on some of the other armors. The only unreleased coating for the Yoroi core is the Ambitious Intruder coating. Yoroi itself has an interesting amount of unreleased cosmetics, but obviously we're only speaking about the coatings today. This coating I think was actually shown in one of the trailers to advertise the first Fracture event. It's a lovely purple and gold coating, and it is super unfortunate that this one never come out, because I have a feeling it would have been a popular one. It looks like royalty, and I'm honestly a huge fan of it. Next up is Rickshaw that has 2 unreleased coatings, the first one being Epsilon Spring. This is another camouflage one, but this one I know is releasing during Season 3. And it should actually be releasing for every core, alongside a couple of other versions that look quite similar. I think we're also getting this as a weapon skin on various weapons too, so I'm pretty excited to see this in-game. The other Rickshaw coating is the Xandadu Farlu coating, and this one's a bit more of a unique one. It's got a variety of colours, primarily the red, and it's a pretty nice one. I don't know if this is one that I'd personally use, but I could still see a lot of people liking this. However, I have no idea if this one ever will release. We have 3 unreleased coatings for the Mark 7, starting with the Powered Dreams coating. When this one first showed up in the files, there was a lot of speculation about how it would be obtained. Some people thought it would be a Game Pass Ultimate reward, which would make sense. We didn't even have one of those last month. Some people speculated it could be an exclusive coating for people playing on the Xbox Series X or S, which also would have been a nice little reward. However, I guess none of those ever happened, and this coating just never released. Sure, it is just another sort of grimy grey coating, it's a bit similar to Shadow Sorrel, but I still would have liked this one. The next one is Power Loader, which if I'm not mistaken was actually scheduled to be an Ultimate reward until the winter update rolled around. So it's possible that will still remain the case, and it will release during Season 3 as one of that season's ultimates. As a whole, this is a coating that I care very little about. It's a bit similar to Hammerhead Squadron with its colour scheme, but I could see some people potentially liking it. And then this final coating is arguably the most interesting of the bunch, and that is the Undertow Husk coating. It's got the same glitter effect as the OPI one, but it's made up of a larger variety of colours. I don't really know how to feel about it. It's definitely a pretty unique one, I'll give it that, and I would still like to see this in-game at some point. But anyway, that sums up every unreleased coating that we knew existed from leaks or trailers or whatever. Is there any here in particular that you would like to see in the future? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you all for watching, I'll catch you all in the next one.